I feel like we haven't had enough conversations about how Eddie Howe still has his job. What other team with the aspirations of Newcastle would accept a manager getting knocked out in the group stage of Champions League and being 11th in the league and crying about injuries all year when everybody has injuries? Any team wants to talk about injuries.
If
Man United were 11th in the league, Ten Hag wouldn't be in the job.
But
or 10th, wherever they are.
So obviously Eddie Howe is the person who got them into the Champions League in the first place, and they also have their best midfielder banned for the entire year because of gambling issue.
Yeah, second best midfielder.
So there's a load of reasons why they do seem to be taking a relatively straightforward long-term view to this, and then you read about Roberto Mancini being linked with it and you're like, well, that would be very interesting. That would be an absolute car crash and I'd love to see it. But the team are playing better.
Are they?
As the injuries come back, yeah, they are. There's definitely there are signs of.
They got beaten 3-2 to Chelsea in a game that they probably should have been about 5-0 down, and Chelsea are Chelsea, like they're no better.
I think
so. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, you think he should be sacked?
It's not even that I think he should be sacked. I'm surprised that it's not part of the conversation of like, oh, is this Eddie Howe has to save his job by getting a result at the Etihad on Saturday? It's like as if it's nowhere near the conversation. That it's like Newcastle came from nowhere and he did this incredible job and got them into the Champions League last year, which I think he did do a good job with. But it's not as if Newcastle didn't spend a fortune to get to that level.
I mean, they'll have a higher wage bill on them, so they didn't spend a complete fortune.
Yeah, but Liverpool collapsed last year. Liverpool didn't do anything last year. Like there was an opening there.
I don't know. I think Eddie Howe's a victim of his own early success. Like when he took over, they were a rabble like Steve Bruce, and they came fourth last season, got to the League Cup final.
Yeah, but they spent about 300 million.
Yeah, but they didn't sign established world-class stars. Like they spent a lot of money on players that we didn't know if they were going to reach that level. I think he had them playing well. I think this season has been a massive disappointment for Newcastle, and they're playing as if they want the season to end. Like
for me, I think that there's a weird reporter culture in that area that for some reason is very, very personally supportive of that manager, and I think that has an effect. And as well as that,
it has an effect on what though?
It has an effect on public perception and the way the fans are thinking and the pressures that they're putting on the club and different things. And also, like I said, I don't necessarily think he should be sacked. I'm just saying that I feel like we're holding Newcastle and Eddie Howe to a completely different standard than we would any other club. Any other club with the money that they have and the aspirations that they have.
But he regularly gets criticised, Eddie Howe.
I've never heard anybody seriously call from his head.